guest, David Kutasov! David, 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 David!
Good evening. I'm David Kutasov, and with me, as always, is the silver-haired king of the drums, drumming, Sid Nagel. Hello. I guess, Sid, I should call you the soft condensed matter king of jamming, no? Yes. Hey.
Really?
Oh, of course. Helpful as always is my postdoc here. Well, you know, you still look like a postdoc.
I've been here for a while.
Oh, and your position, much like the grad students' grades, they really don't matter. But anyway, with us is, of course, Professor Dan Holtz. We have a wonderful show for you this evening. Oh, come on. We have my favorite actor, Tom Cruise. Why don't we have Tom Cruise? What? I should take responsibility for this confusion, but I refuse. Who do we have instead? John Simon. Okay. Well, I work with what I have. But before that, I met a very special guest recently. You know, I ran into him in the street. Dan, you may know him. I assume this is your fault. It's this man. You see, Dan put up an imposter who's pretending to be me, and I'm going to show you that he's an imposter by having him answer some questions. David, if you could answer some questions for me. Tell me, if you were not a physicist / talk show host, what would you be?
Maybe a horse. It looks like they are having fun, at least the wild ones. And they run hard, you know.
Yeah, he's good. I'll give you that. That was a good answer.
It's pretty close, right?
Trick question. David, tell me, what was it like the first time you fell in love?
I never had this experience. I think you would feel very, very unpleasant.
Okay,
I told you.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. David, what is some of your biggest fears?
Building things. Electronics. There's people that can design, you know, a MacBook Air, the amount of electronics, miniaturized, everything that goes into there, the programming.
All right.
You'll get it.
I have to think of a good one. I don't know. Okay, what is your best quality?
Unusually good understanding of human beings.
All right, I'm out. He's brilliant. You did a wonderful job.
I told you.
But okay, enough fun and games. Everybody, welcome John Simon. What is this thing?
It's a scooter.
Okay, well, John, it's a pleasure to have you. Obviously, we're here to talk about your new movie, Trapped in the Lattice.
So it's a very classy intellectual thriller. It's only sporting Harvard and Caltech grads, so you know it'll be quality. It's about a new struggling professor torn between two worlds, condensed matter and atomic physics. I ever brought a trailer for you.
Oh, can we see this?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Just get it out. Do you have a HDMI? No?
I don't know.
All right, let me just. Can you guys, back there? Yeah? Yeah? Good?
John, you've been at this for 2 years now.
You're right.
You still don't have it covered?
So I have my Mac here. So the PC will play the video, but the Mac does the animation. If I combine them.
I don't think this is a normal person problem.
All right.
Then can you make it something?
I think we have a copy.
Good.
I'll go play it. Get that covered.
Never.
Clearly.
Meet John. On the surface, he's just your average John. who loves playing with quadcopters, but he's also a genius. All his life he thought he could have two best friends, condensed matter physics and atomic molecular optics. Until a tragedy struck.
Dear Dr. Simon, we regret to inform you that we cannot offer you a position of an assistant professorship at this time. We were looking for either a condensed matter or an AMO physicist. Not both. Signed, Princeton.
Rejected, dejected, sad. John became an addict of scooting. And he scooted, and scooted, and scooted. And God, how much longer is he gonna scoot for? But then, with the help of Grandmaster Chang Chin, he was given one last chance at redemption. A shot at the good life. Until...
Dearest Professor Simon, we are pleased to inform you that you may be approved for tenure. So please pick one. Condensed matter physics or AMO physics. Not both. Sincerely, Edward Blucher.
Will he remain loyal to Grandmaster Chang Chin, who rescued him from the gutters of academia? Or will he be swayed by his new friends in dark, dark places? This Christmas, experience John Simon as John Simon. With co-stars Sean Connery as Edward Blucher and Benicio del Toro as Stuart Gazes. In the latest piece of brilliance from director M. Night Shyamalan, John Simon is trapped in the lattice.
Yeah, it's my nephew.
Oh, your nephew. He's very talented. I'd like to say.
Thank you.
The rest of it looked like it could be produced by my fourth grade daughter, but no, I like Benicio del Toro, so I wish you well.
Thank you.
But, you know, I have a question for you. You see, Dan and I, we don't get to talk to a lot of experimentalists.
What about me?
Look, I'm going to ask him a question about physics, you know, photons and protons. If I want to know why the bubbles in the shampoo and my hair feel good, I'll ask you, Sid. But anyway, so I wanted to ask you kind of about the experimentalists today. You know? So you stop me if I go astray on you. So you start out and you have coffee.
Yeah.
But then after you have coffee, maybe you put your electrons in a box. Right, and then you put the box in the passenger seat of your car.
Scooter.
So you put it in the little basket in front of the scooter. And then after you scoot to work, you take your box, you put it in your magnetic field, you turn on your magnetic field, time localized perfectly, of course, and then the magic, and then you turn off your magnetic field, and then you go to lunch.
Yeah, sums it up. Exactly.
Nailed it. Okay. Now, and last question for you. I wanted to ask you a bit about your love life.
Mr. Axelrod, thank you so much for doing this. It's a great honor to have you answer some questions for our end of the year party at the physics department. I wanted to begin to ask you, what do you think is the greatest scientific achievement of the past century?
The greatest scientific achievement of the past century, other than the Ziploc bag, I would say the discovery of the development of study in the human genome, because I think it's going to be a gateway to a much deeper understanding of medicine. I have personal experiences that lend me to be very hopeful about that and excited about that.
How would you describe a typical physicist?
What was that old, a typical physicist is someone who looks at their shoes when they're talking to you, and then a social physicist would be someone who looks at your shoes when they're talking to you.
And whom do you think is the hottest physicist of all time?
Well, I got to say Albert Einstein, because as you can see, I admire anybody who has a full head of hair.
My last question then, if all of scientific knowledge was destroyed in one giant cataclysmic event and you could only pass on one sentence for the next generation, what would you pass on?
This was the one that I wanted to think about when I saw my cheat sheet. Yeah. All scientists.
So you're welcome to think about it for as long as you like.
Yeah, I know. He's telling me I don't have that time. Yeah. I would say look for a big bang and start all over again. Good, because if it were serious, I'd be in the wrong.
It's not serious.